What is good, my Rags of Fitness people, my Rags of Fitness folks, my Rags of Fitness fam? It's your man Rags. Back off up in this thing, and when I tell you I'm off up in it, I'm talking about a knee deep, all the way off up in it. For all of my weight loss journey people, keep God first. Keep your head to the sky. Shake all of the haters off. And for all of my Crimson Tide football fans, can I please get a Roll Tide roll, baby? For all of my people that's been liking and commenting, sharing, all that you can do, man. Hey guys, subscribing. I appreciate all of you guys from the bottom of my heart. For all of the guys that's been coming in, tuning in, and haven't subscribed yet, and may be on the fence, what are you waiting on? Hit the button, post notification, get notified, subscribe. All right, guys. Boy, it's gonna be some ruffling of the feathers on this one. As you can see by the title, we're gonna be talking about old Georgia Bulldogs and that quarterback, that five-star quarterback that they got in Dylan Raiola. Now, them 5 stars they done been talking about and ranting and raving about, they might be a little skewed a little bit when it comes to comparison of some other football players. Now, as you may know, as you may not know, Alabama also have a commit in the 2024 class. He goes by the name of Julian Sayin, right? Quarterback. Very comparable to Mr. Dylan Raiola, or maybe not. Now let's talk about Mr. Dylan Raiola. Mr. Dylan Raiola, he's about, what, I think he's about 6'3", 215 or something like that. He's from Burleson, Texas, but he went to school in Phoenix, Arizona. I think the name of the school is Pinnacle or something like that, right? We're gonna be talking about a few stats here Mr. Dylan Raiola had, and they're pretty good stats, right? But they rated him a 5-star. So let's talk about it. Passing yards, 5,776. Well, let's not do it that way. Let's do the comparison, right? Now, Mr. Dylan Raiola is a 5-star quarterback, and they got Mr. Julian Sayin as a 4-star quarterback, right? Now, I told you Mr. Dylan Raiola, I think he's about 6'3", 215. Mr. Julian Sayin, he's about 6'1", 185. A little thin, right? He's from Carlsbad, California. You know what happened the last time we got a smaller guy from California, don't you? You know what he did. He winded up winning a Heisman Trophy and he went #1 overall in the NFL. So now let's do some comparison of these numbers between Mr. Dylan Raiola and Mr. Julian Sayin. Now Dylan Raiola, a 2024 commit for the Georgia Bulldogs. Mr. Julian Sayin is a 2024 commit for the Alabama Crimson Tide, right? Now, Georgia is saying that they're taking over the reins, right? They're the creme de la creme, right? And I think some things are being just miscued when it comes to Alabama and Georgia right now. So we're going to do the comparison real quick, right? Passing yards. Mr. Dylan Raiola got 5,776. Mr. Julian Sayin has 5,601. Hold on. That may sound like Mr. Dylan Raiola is leading the pack right now, but it gets good. Touchdown passes. Oh, here it comes. Mr. Dylan Raiola has 54 over his career. And Mr. Julian Sayin has 62 over his career. What is that, about 8 more? Huh? Do you see what we're getting? Now, Mr. Julian Sayin has more touchdown passes, but he's got less passing yards. Let's go down into it some more. Passing yards per game. Mr. Dylan Raiola got 240. Okay. Mr. Julian Sayin has 200. Oh, Georgia fans is getting excited now. They say, hey, this guy passed for 40 more yards a game than Mr. Julian Sayin. But hold on, it gets good. Completions. Mr. Dylan Raiola got 406 over his high school career. And Mr. Julian Sayin's got 351. All Georgia Bulldogs is going crazy right now. They said, see what we told you? We told you this guy's better. But wait a minute. Completion percentage for Mr. Dylan Raiola is .646. Completion percentage for Mr. Julian Sayin is .686. And we're about to begin to tell you why. Attempts. Oh, this is where it gets good at. This guy attempted throughout his career, he threw that ball 628 times. Mr. Dylan Raiola for the Georgia Bulldogs have. Mr. Julian Sayin only threw that ball 512 times. So now you see, out of all of these completions that this guy's had, he's had a lot of attempts, but the yardage is not adding up. Dylan Raiola got 10 interceptions. Mr. Julian Sayin's only got 9 interceptions. That's only 1 more interception, but I'm still gonna brag about it. Hey, quit throwing all them pick sixes. All right, here we go. The quarterback rating. Wait a minute. We're going to save the quarterback rating for last. Let's talk about the rushing, right? We got to have a quarterback that's going to be able to get out of some trouble when trouble arises, right? You got these edge rushers coming. You got these linebackers that's blitzing. The Georgia Bulldogs seem to be doing it pretty good. And not only is the Georgia Bulldogs seem to be doing it pretty good, but Alabama is most definitely doing good. And up on the midst of the real deal still, they're going to be doing it better than anybody you know. So, rushing attempts for the quarterback. Let's talk about the rushing yards. This guy over his whole career, Mr. Dylan Raiola, only has 15 rushing yards, right? And the reason why he has that is because one year he had a negative 82 yardage loss. This guy was negative 82 in rushing. Right? That means that when guys was blitzing him, coming at him, he couldn't shake it. He didn't have the wheels. He couldn't get out of trouble. Mr. Dylan Raiola just laid down and took the sack. And I think this is going to be the story of his life when he comes to the SEC, because Alabama and all the rest of the SEC guys is coming for you. Rushing yards per game, Mr. Dylan Raiola's got .6. Rushing touchdowns, he's got 11. Now, the only thing I can think of why he has so many touchdowns, 11 touchdowns, they're giving it to him at the goal line and letting him just punch it right in. He's gotten .6 yards per game out of his career, right? Let's talk about the rushing for Mr. Julian Sayin, 2024 quarterback commit for Alabama. He's got 419 rushing yards on his career. That means this guy got some wheels. He know how to get out of dodge and how to get out of the way of those blitzing linebackers and those safeties and everything else is trying to come and blitz at him. 15 yards per game, 5 rushing touchdowns. He ripped off a long one of 43. Now, with all that being said, the quarterback rating for these guys, right? This is where it gets good at, because this guy's a 5-star and Mr. Julian Sayin is only a 4-star, right? Quarterback rating for Mr. Dylan Raiola, 116.3. Write it down. Quarterback rating for Mr. Julian Sayin, 2024 Alabama quarterback commit, 137.1. Now you tell me, why did this guy have 5 stars over Mr. Julian Sayin? We have sat up here, man, and we have praised the Georgia Bulldogs for getting a 5-star quarterback, and he's not even better than our 4-star quarterback, Mr. Julian Sayin, that we have committed to us right now. And that's when I tell you guys, before you make content and before you do all of that, make sure that you do your homework. Because them Georgia Bulldogs, they want you to believe that they got the best thing smoking right now. But when you look through the smoking mirrors and you look and do your research and say, wait a minute, why did they rate this guy as a 5-star and they rate Mr. Julian Sayin as a 4-star? It's because they just want it to be like that, right? I'm guessing that's the only reason that I can come up with. And just so happened that Georgia got him, and they're going to really hype him up right now. They're going to shoot him to the stars. But when it all comes down to who's going to be the best football player, you see it right there in the stats. It's written down for you. Who's got the better quarterback rating? So you can have all the stars you want. I can tell you that Mr. Dylan Raiola got 15 million stars behind his name. And the Georgia Bulldogs is going to hip hooray. We got a quarterback with 15,795,000,000 freaking stars behind his name. And Alabama is still looking for a quarterback right now. But guess what? We got a guy that's committed to us, that's got a higher rating, quarterback rating, than that 5-star quarterback that you got committing to you in 2024. So before you get, I want you to hold your horses. Before you get on your high horse and you start riding around and you start claiming that you're better than Alabama and you're taking over, you still can't even get a better quarterback than us. They may tell you that he's a 5-star, but it's going to be a reclassification going on. And when this reclassification go on, Mr. Julian Sayin is going to be a 5-star quarterback. And guess what? Mr. Dylan Raiola is no longer going to be rated #1 in 247 Sports anymore when they play this next season. You can mark my words. Now, Georgia Bulldogs, you can get mad at me all you want to for bringing this up. But I'm going to tell you this. Men lie. Women lie. But them daggone numbers, they don't lie. That 116 quarterback rating versus that 137 quarterback rating, you can best believe them daggone numbers don't lie. And now my hairs on my arm done stood up because I'm ready to play some football. I'm ready to see these guys get on this football field. Hey, you just need something to brag about, Georgia Bulldog fans. But I tell you this. You better hope you don't play another Kent State team that's ready to knock you off and play another Missouri team that had you on the ropes. Since you're always worried about us losing to daggone LSU and the lucky Tennessee, you better hold up and you better look at what you got going on. Because I'm going to tell you what, when I tell you we still the kings of football, baby, we still the kings of football. And you better beware. We putting you on notice. Oh, I got the goosebumps going now. I'm putting you on notice, Georgia Bulldogs. I hope this video go viral. Alabama fans, make this video go viral and go around the world. Because I'm tell you something. They bragging about a 5-star quarterback that he's got 1 more star than our quarterback that we got on the team right now, and his quarterback rating is not even better. He can't get out of situations and use his wheels. This guy had a negative 82-yard season rushing the football. Is that what you want, Georgia Bulldogs? When you got Mr. Dallas Turner and Chris Braswell coming at your quarterback, hanging all off of your quarterback. Is that what you want? You want him to sit there and just take the sack, or do you want a Julian Sayin that can move? I call him Julian, the Super Saiyan, because boy, he can morph into one of them Goku, pop the yellow hair up on you, and he can go Super Saiyan on you. Oh, I'm ready for some football right now, and it's just May. But I want you Georgia Bulldogs to start doing your research. Don't let nobody tell you you got a 5-star quarterback. He's not even better than our 4-star quarterback. You see that? That's the story of a Georgia Bulldog program. They tell you you got 5 stars, and guess what? Your 5 stars is not even better than our 4. So with all of that being said, I hope you watch this video and get mad and you're going to come in. Oh, you're going to come because you see my excitement. You're going to have something to say, but guess what? I don't care. And at the end of the day, it's all about that time. And I'm out of here already. Yeah.